Hello everyone, welcome to your daily Oracle card show. My name is Erika and this is for May 16th, 2014. And I have a bunch of babies hatching out of the incubator in the same room, so sorry for the noise. I'll show you them, kids and family show. I hope to get these shows up in the next couple days. It's raining right now, so I'm kind of waiting for some sunshine. So anyway, I'm going to start with a reading. Oh, we got Magdalena again. I think we got her yesterday. And we got Pinecone yesterday. Okay, I'm going to draw 5 cards right away because this is ridiculous. And we got Rihanna, and just to let you know, I do these are all repeat. I'll show you how I draw the cards. I just feel the deck and then I separate and draw that card. So it doesn't even matter if they're shuffled or not, and I do shuffle every now and then to clear the deck, but usually I just feel in tune with the deck anyway. So okay, and we've gotten all of these cards except for Rihanna in the past few days. So okay, we have Magdalena, Pinecone, Rihanna, Axis Moon Date, and Uzumi. So okay, the new element here is the Queen of Spades, which is the Queen of Fire, Rihanna, and she's named after Rhiannon, the Welsh goddess, who actually has kind of a similar story to Magdalena. In fact, there are different schools of thought that believe it's the same person reincarnated. But in her lifetime as Rihanna, she was considered a sorceress for society, which sorceress is not a negative thing. I'm using it in a positive term. It's somebody who battles evil and banishes evil. It removes evil from the world. So in her story, she lost a child who was murdered, and she was framed, and they made it look like her. So she went to jail. She was imprisoned, and everybody believed that she had killed her own child, and she did not. And eventually, after many years, it was discovered that this child was killed by these other women. They found the evidence, and it cleared her name. So this is actually a success story. I think yesterday we did have a success story with society also, but it was more from a recognition through someone's own self, clearing their own name, or just making their own, how do I say this? Making their own truth apparent. So, it's like, okay, everyone can say whatever they want about this person, but this person continues to be who they are, and that cannot be denied. That was the message from yesterday. And today, this is saying, not only is this person going to continue to be this person and not denied, but also evidence will come through, and people who have sabotaged somebody else will be discovered in their nature of sabotaging. So, if somebody has, I see people do this to themselves a lot. They'll sabotage somebody, they'll go after somebody, and they get society to kind of go along with them and believe them for a little while. But then, they kind of trip themselves up, or they go so crazy, and they really can't hide their nature, and it becomes apparent to everybody that they are not who they present themselves to be, and their actions against somebody else is you can't believe in them or rely on their judgment, because they obviously have psychological issues that are coming into play, and they have been discovered as untrustworthy. So and it's interesting, we have two queens here, and the queen, of course, is a feminine energy. It's a motherly energy, and it's something that is a very healing, compassionate, empathetic, and person who provides for people. So it's a mother figure. So it's almost like somebody is recognized in their mother nature, which is, honestly, I think that's what we all crave the most, is that mother energy. Even, as a woman, I have my mother, and I love my mother, but when I look for men, I want somebody who has the mother energy in them. It's really important to me to be cared for by a partner in the way that a mother would care for their child, and it's it makes you feel safe, and it makes you feel comfortable, and it really gives you your sense of self-esteem and your sense of love for yourself and love for the world. So in the middle we have the Enlightenment, and as I said yesterday, enlightenment is not always easy, because it has to do with realizing what is and what is beneath that and what is beyond that. So there's always a duality to the Enlightenment, where you have like an ecstatic experience, which is a really positive thing, but it's coupled with discovering something that either you have to move beyond or accept, and you get the strength and the wisdom you need to be able to deal with this negative thing and change it and make a change, or remove it from your life. So I almost want to say that this person from yesterday's reading, and that is appearing again today, the way that they were abused is going to be acknowledged, and this enlightenment is going to come to the people around them in society, and because the people who are being oppressed, and they're the victims, and I don't say that like, okay, we need to not talk about victimhood because it's a bad thing and then it puts people down. No, we need to honor our victims and make them our warriors. We cannot deny people being victims, and it's very important to acknowledge the victims and help them have that space to heal in that vulnerable place, because it's very hard when you're a victim. You're vulnerable, and allow those people to have their space to find their strength, and honor them in the way that they were a warrior, in the way that they had been sacrificed for everybody's knowledge and everybody's learning. So it's not that you are supposed to stay in a victimhood. I would say you want to use everything that happens to you for your own strength and your own power. And in fact, Rihanna, she became the Lady of the Lake. She became the high, she went back to her position as high priestess. So she was a queen, she was a queen of the spiritual world, and she was also acknowledged and respected in society. So, she used her inner power as she went through everything to make an example and to teach people. So, again, we have Mundi, who is a leader, and it could be talking about, she goes into her position of leadership. So it could be talking about, the leadership coming into this person who has been troubled by lack of recognition. But I also want to say that it's people around them, like, leadership attracts leadership, and really people are recognized in relationship to other people. So when a leader comes around and spots another leader, that leader, the second leader, gets recognized. So even just right relationship between leaders can really identify and shed light on the nature of another person. So, and the reason I guess I think that maybe this might be somebody else, like in a partnership, is because we have Uzumi, who's the movement and the happy, playful energy in the world. So it's this really comes about when that inner feeling of happy, playful enjoyment in life and in yourself, and your glow, you got your glow on, you feel like you're in the sun, you feel like you're on top of it all. That's when partnerships happen, and you attract the right people in your life. And it might not be one person that you're attracting. You might be attracting a group of people who even acknowledge your leadership and follow in your leadership, or another leader where you guys are partners. So it could be a partner, or it could be just a relationship between different people where a leadership is formed and at work, where in a true leadership, it's not, you never have control over somebody else. I mean, a real leader promotes the inner world and the inner creativity and the inner self of other people. True leadership empowers its people. True leadership makes all of the people who look to that leader leaders in themselves and leaders in their own lives. They don't want followers. They want other leaders. They want to share and commune with people. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be by themselves with a bunch of people following them. They want to be this equals. They want friends. They want companionship. They want everyone to share with them as equals, and as a community of self-empowered people. And when everyone feels empowered, amazing things can happen with projects and just new developments in the world and in life and people's social lives. It's like everyone starts feeding off this really positive energy and this really positive happiness. So, and then they get more energy and they feel good. And when you feel good, you're inspired and you want to do things and you want to, make everything better and, improve everything, and, you have the energy to do it. So, Anyway, I hope this wasn't too redundant from the past readings, but just to recap, looks like, not only is somebody going to be recognized and their name will be cleared in whatever past judgments or abuses that happened to them. They will be seen as very strong people who were not to blame and were not at fault, and that they had the power to withstand this and to overcome it and to use it for their own advantage and their own advancement and for their own wisdom and knowledge. And there's not only is there the female leadership, but there's also the male leadership. So it's and with the happiness, the playfulness, it really, you can be happy and playful by yourself, but you really want to share that. It's not something. There's only so long you can be happy and excited with yourself. You want to get out there and experience other people and share that. And remember that there's that movie, Into the Wild, and he says at the end, happiness is best when it's shared. And that's so true. It's like, that's what makes you happy even when you're by yourself, is to think about being with other people and being in connection and relationship to the world in a positive way. So this really looks like the manifestation of either a partnership or a kind of a community or a group that comes together where everybody promotes each other in their true selves, and everyone's acknowledged, and good things can come from it. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this reading and that you got what you needed out of it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again tomorrow.